Hi guys, this is Rosita Applebaum and let's just get started. I'm starting off with a Sonia Kashuk brush and I'm putting saddle in my crease, and this brush has no name but it's just a small kind of pointed brush, and I already primed my lids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, so I'm just taking this in to the front of my crease and just bringing it all the way in. Now I'm taking NYX Blame It on Midnight, and this is a really good eyeshadow for transitioning, and I'm using a MAC brush. This is the number 217, and I'm just blending that up towards my crease. So once you've already blended it, we're going to be applying the navy on the lid. So we're just focusing this on the crease mainly just to kind of transition it. I didn't want my look to be too dark, so the main product that I'm going to be using is this pigment by Concrete Minerals. It's a pro matte eyeshadow. I got it from their website, and I'm using the color Bruise. This is a brush that came with my Naked palette from Urban Decay, and I sprayed MAC Fix Plus, which is just a setting spray. It kind of like is a solution to turn pigments kind of more, I don't know, like the color just shows up a lot better and it sticks a lot better. So we're just using patting motions and just patting that all over the lid. And sorry if you guys hear anything in the background, I'm actually at work. But yeah, just patting that into the lid and really pressing it in so that you create a good base. We're going to be blending everything out, so don't worry if it's a little bit messy and if it gets a little bit above the line. So keep on patting and don't go over the crease too much, because then that's when it starts looking like you got punched in the face, and we don't want that. So, and any fallout you can just clean up after. You can notice I have some blue shadow under my eye. So now I'm taking this, my favorite brush, this is the MAC 224, and I'm blending Saddle, Blame It on Midnight with the blue. And you'll notice that I get a little bit of the brown on the blue, but don't worry, you can always reapply the pigment. That's like the beauty of pigments. You can just keep on layering them to create like a really deep effect. And it's really pigmented, this pigment. I love it. This brush is by e.l.f. and I'm taking, this is a black shadow from the Urban Decay palette. That's Blackout. I have the single shadow, but it also comes in the Naked palette. So just blending that out with a Sonia Kashuk brush, and this is a really pigmented black, so I really wanted to blend that out again with the same 224 and blend that into the brown. How are you guys today? Hope you guys are doing good. I know someone's going to say I sound down. I'm not down. I just wanted to kind of get this tutorial and less talking, less rambling. So this brush is also by MAC. This is a 212, and I'm using NC15, and I'm blending that out with a Real Techniques domed shadow brush. I love this brush for blending out either eyeshadows or concealer. It really does a great job at blending. And I do this step twice, the carving out of my eyebrows, because I really like a bright brow bone and a bright under eye, especially when you're doing dark shadows. So I'm reapplying Blackout to my crease with the same e.l.f. brush. This doesn't have a name, but it's just like a flat brush. And then I'm blending that out with the Sonia Kashuk blending brush. And so I'm reapplying my eyebrows. I already had MAC lingering on, but I'm applying the Wet n Wild eyebrow kit onto my brows with this MAC brush. This is the number 263, and I love this brush for eyebrows. As a highlight, I'm using Bone by Bobbi Brown. I was going to say Bonnie, I don't know why. This is Feline by MAC, and it's a kohl pencil, and it's really, really pigmented, very black, so I'm just lining my lid. And I also line my lid, it's not shown in the video, but I'm also tight lining, so just a little bit above the lash line, so that when you put on the lashes, it just doesn't have like any gaps. This is a mascara by L'Oreal. This is the Voluminous Million Lashes Excess, and I love this mascara, but I'm only applying one coat because I am going to be applying falsies later, so just one coat to the top and one coat to the bottom. And sometimes girls like to skip the bottom lash, but I'm going to be applying eyeshadow under my lashes. It's a little bit easier to apply shadow under, like you see here, before you put your mascara, but you can always reapply your bottom mascara. And I'm just using Bruise, the pigment that I used before. These eyelashes are by e.l.f. I absolutely hate them, but they did the job, so I just put them on. Again, more NC15 under my eyebrow just to really highlight that area. And this is by MAC, and this is the Real Techniques brush, same as before. So I'm just blending that out with my finger and a little bit more with the brush, because I really want to brighten that up, because when you have a really dark shadow, you want to make sure under your eye and your brow bone are really, really highlighted. You don't want to go too dark on like blush and bronzer, because then you just look like a dark mess. And we don't want that. Here I'm reapplying the pigment with my Urban Decay brush. This is Bruise, the shadow, the pigment, and it's by Concrete Minerals. I love it. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in medium and a damp beauty blender. I get a lot of questions if I use it damp or dry. I use it wet or damp. That's the way it works the best, and I love the beauty blender. It's my favorite. A little bit more saddle onto the bruise under my eye, just to kind of warm up the under eye a little bit. A little bit more bottom mascara because it kind of got hidden under all that shadow. Here is L'Oreal True Match Cocoa. This is the powder, and I use it to lightly contour, nothing too crazy. This is a Walmart brush. I didn't want to do a heavy contour because I didn't want it to be too dramatic. Just something really light under my nose and a little bit on the edges of my nose, nothing too serious. Here I'm applying my blush. This is Bobbi Brown Pale Pink with a little bit of NARS Orgasm over top, and this is a Walmart brush. It's the same one that I use for my contour, but this is an actual new one. And this blends out so beautifully. I love those two blushes, and with this brush, it's just like a match made in heaven. It looks really, really pretty. So apply on the other side, and I'm gonna blend this out with a Real Techniques brush later on. But under my eye, I'm applying Bare Minerals Well Rested. This is a concealer. It's a powder concealer. It's my holy grail concealer. I love it to set. I also love it just to brighten. And I even use it as a concealer like for spot treatments. It's very full coverage, and I'm using a setting brush by Real Techniques. As a highlight, I'm using Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Love it, with an e.l.f. brush. And this brush is really perfect for highlight. Just make sure you blend that out upwards. Here I'm blending the blush a little bit more. And for lips, I'm using L'Oreal Ferris Nude. And that is all. That is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Mwah.